Yo, yo, yo. Let's do it. Listen, I got you today. Today, I'm your coder buddy. You can't find a coder buddy. I'm your coder buddy today. If you don't know what a coder buddy is, hey, that's on you. It's not on me. All right. Yeah. So I want to talk about resumes today because a lot of people are in a situation where the resume sucks and you got to get a better one because you need to get a job. And because you need to pay for the bills, you need to get food, and you're hungry. So, resume writing is a craft. We're going to talk about it. But I'm going to have a preface. I'm going to have a preface here because I want to be real. I don't want to lie and, misrepresent myself here. Resume writing is let's make this big. Let's make this big here. Before I get into this, I want to be very clear because I have other streams that are cool too. This one's cool. We'll like, and by the way, if you're watching right now and you want to hump day, yeah, if you're watching right now and you want to get a better resume, then I suggest, hold on a sec. I'm going to put this back here. If you're watching today and you want to get a better resume, then I suggest, hey, what's up, Indrano? Paying attention. Oh yeah, send me, DM me in the Discord your resume if you want. Okay, cool. So resume writing is 25% of the problem. I just want to say that as a preface before we get into this. You're like having a problem getting a job. I want to be very clear. It's 25% of it's not the whole thing. When people see like having a bad resume, getting that you may want to get that 25% because that may be the nudge to get you to have an attractive job application. But having a quality resume isn't going to save your life. It's not going to save you, bro. Okay? I just want to be very clear. I want to be very super clear that resume writing is not gonna save your life. Okay. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get you up 25%. Let's get you up. Does everyone understand? Is everyone clear? It's not gonna save you, bro. Okay, it's not gonna save you, bro. I'm gonna save you. I'm just kidding. I don't have a complex. Okay. Maybe. Do I? I don't know. All right. So let's figure it out. There's a couple things. So most people, you're in a situation. So let's actually graph it out. Let's because let's talk through it visually because I think most people, you don't understand why your resume, let's picture this, is failing. Like you're in a situation where, you send a resume and you don't know you're in a pipeline. Okay? You're in a pipeline. You don't know about the pipeline. Let me tell you about the pipeline. And this isn't like literal. It happens. It's literal, but it's not like there's literally like a pipeline in the world. I'm just talking about a process thing. Okay. So you send off your resume. People see it. Let's make some eyeballs. Dude, I'm getting better at this. I'm getting better at drawing and everything. It's a bit of a big eyeballs. People see it, okay? It's a bit of a retarded eyeball. Okay, people see your resume. Looks like someone drank from the wrong tap. Okay, people see it. Now, people always think, oh, you just go from, oh, they hate it or they like it. No. Almost every process, you're going to have people seeing it and people categorizing it. Okay. Do you get put into a bucket? How do I draw? I don't know how to draw a bucket. I'm saying that like this matters. Okay. It's kind of like a bucket. You get a little handle for the bucket. You get put into a bucket, okay? Dude, am I like really good at drawing now? Is that oh shit, things are gonna get real? I'll get cooked. Yeah. So, all right. Dude, I'm like getting better at drawing. What the fuck? This is me. I'm so happy when I do minor things, even if I'm not good at it. That's the trick to being 10x is that you're is that I would listen. I was 10x when I learned how to write an if statement. Okay, because I was like, wow, I'm a genius. Okay, so people see your resume, you get put in a bucket, and then after you get put in that bucket, you get put into a timeline, or not a timeline, a list, okay, of people, list of people, ordered list of people who matter versus people who don't. But really, all I'm saying is when you like, so when these recruiters get your resume, it's not just they just don't like it. No, no, no. You're not a priority. Okay, this is see it as a spectrum of someone that of liking and priority. Let's think of it as a spectrum. You're getting put on a list, and I'm graphing this out so you can like understand the game theory of this. This is all about game theory. Okay, it's all about how to win the game. All right. So now let's take this for a second. Let's actually draw out that pipeline. And this isn't, by the way, I'm not just saying this. Like I say on other streams, I wouldn't be streaming this if I didn't know. I've never once had an issue finding a job. That's not a brag. That's me saying this is why I'm making the stream. I'm not making a stream about Taylor Swift and like her best songs or whatever because I can't name one. But I know how to be attractive in front of for a software engineering role, if that makes sense. And I'm telling you, it's not so simple. It's not a pass fail when these people get your resume. Okay, you get put on. It's a priority of who matters to the business. So you got to approach it that way, and look at it like this. Look at it like in this list. I got to look at. Can I draw up here? You guys see up here? You guys see that? Okay. So look at it as a list of priority for your resume. At the top is 100%. We like this guy. The bottom is 0%. In the middle, there's a line. And typically these recruiters are like, they don't care about anyone under the line. Under the line is the dead zone. Okay. This is the dead zone. All right. You go in here, you're going to die. This is the dead zone. All right. You're not going to die, but you get it. You go in here, everyone's going to hate. You're not going to eat. Your wife's going to, she's going to divorce you. Your life's going to suck. This is the dead zone. Just kidding. Okay, but this is the dead zone you get in here. You don't want to be under 50%. Now, most of you guys are under 50%. So what puts you, and then through here, there's a scale. This is the good zone, but this doesn't mean you'll get a job. Good zone. By the way, I'm going to get into like a list of the main things you got to focus on to get better resumes. And then I'm going to walk through roasts later. I'm going to roast them. The low G. It's not about GPA. It's not about GPA in Journal. It's about way more than GPA. By the way, listen, I dropped out, and my resume would crush. I get FANG interviews, I get interviews at big companies, and I'm telling you, it's not. And also, my resume was formatted like badly. I haven't used it for a few years, but it was like, I mean, it was formatted well, but it was like the text is too big. It was like a little boy wrote it kind of, but I knew the things that mattered. Okay. Here's the problem with the good zone is everyone thinks when you're in the good zone that you're just gonna get the job. So you're not just going to get the job if you're in the good zone. You understand? You're going to get the job if you're up here. Okay, so a lot of people, they get all the resumes, they break it down to the people that they want to consider, and then they break it down to the people that they actually bring in, because bringing in people is overhead, because you need to take your engineers' eyeballs away from making money to um, vetting you. So how do you get in the good zone? Okay, and then we'll talk about how you get. So first off, to get in the good zone, you have to do a couple things. Let's not talk about the dead zone. Let's talk about the good zone. It's not don't look back at Babylon as it falls. Let's talk about the good zone. Okay, how do you get in the good zone? Main thing. Uh, I gotta make this like a list. Let's get rid of this part. By the way, I'm going. See this pace I'm going? This is that high energy fucking pace. All right. You gotta keep it up. Keep it up. Rewind. If you're not getting things, rewind. Sorry, I'm being a dick. Okay, so all right. So first thing in the good zone, the first thing that matters is experience. Okay, experience. Let's actually make this a graph. And by the way, this is reality stuff, and people aren't gonna like what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it. If you got a problem with it, that's you. That's not me. Name recognition. This is true. Let's see. Everything else. These are greater than signs. Okay. So experience is greater than name recognition, which is greater than everything else. This is the part that people don't understand right here, man. It's what you don't understand. People like shiny things. And by the way, I'm not saying I'm saying this, and this is true. I'm not trying to black pill you and say you have to go to Harvard or have worked at Fang or a big company to get a high quality resume, but I'm just telling you a reality that if you went to, Penn or Princeton or something, you're going to beat out most resumes. That's a factor of life. Most resumes that are equal from other colleges. Definitely. Now, experience matters more. So that's a good thing, is that you can overcome that with experience, right? I was putting something on this. Oh yeah, people like shiny things. Now, you're like, "Oh, but I didn't go to Harvard." Okay, I don't care. I'm going to give you a solution here, and that's going to be over here. You need experience. You need experience. And you can make experience for yourself, or you can cry like a bitch. So what are you going to do? You got to get experience. And here's how you get experience. You don't need to get the job to get experience. You need to vouch for yourself. Okay? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. We're gonna get to it, okay? We're gonna get to it. How you guys doing? Yeah, it's not about Habib. Nice. Hey, some people from last live here in chat. Yeah, guys, hang out in chat. Ask questions too. Like, I'm gonna go through a ton of stuff. Is because it shows experience with a big company, shows that one can pull their own weight. No, people just like shiny things, Gus. It's not because so when people see that you worked at, Google or whatever on your resume, you don't have to think too much about it other than the fact that people like shiny things. Now, I'm just being real. And I was able to, before I had a job, and this is what people like don't get. They'll be like, "Oh, I don't have experience, so I'm just going to commit seppuku." So before I ever had a job or any experience or anything at all ever, I still had an attractive resume. And the way that I was able to do that is through GitHub. This is kind of back when GitHub wasn't like crazy like it is now, but I had projects on there that had action and visibility, and it was useful and cool. and I wrote the readmes well. So I would walk people through what I built, and I'd get stars on it. And then it would look like I mean, it was like a good GitHub repo, but the people would look at it and be like, oh, this guy made like good software that people use. And that's before I had an internship. And then I would go to hackathons, and I'd do well at the hackathons. And then I put my awards on the section there. So you got to show people like shiny things, dude. I don't know what to tell you. You got to deal with reality or not. I don't know. So let's talk about experience, though. I'm telling you about the game here. Telling you about the game. All right. Okay. Showing experience. La-di-da. Let's talk about how to show experience. This is where most people mess up. It's not just about listing a ton of things. Okay? Big point right here. It's not just about listing a ton of things. Okay? It's about showing the most value that you have and being clear about the timelines and not being vague. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to show experience here. And then we'll get into the resume roasting. We'll get into the resume. By the way, DM me your resumes if you want to get them roasted. I have like 3 so far. All right. So here's one thing that I think a lot of people should do. You don't have to, but I think a lot of people should do. Okay. Give an overview. It's not the main thing, by the way, but I think that's a really important thing to do. I don't think enough people do that. Try to, like, when people, you get, remember, you're a salesman, and you're a salesman selling yourself as the product. Okay. If you don't sell yourself, someone else will. You know what I mean? Like, and you may not like it. May be like if you don't determine your value and you don't assert it, someone else is. Okay, so you have to assert your value. And when people look at a resume, their first thing is going to go to what you say you are. So, because that's just how the world works. It's like when I say I am blah blah blah, when you introduce yourself, we all pay attention. Okay. Say how many years of experience you have. Please do that. Now, it seems obvious, but a lot of people don't. So I have to look through your experience, and then I have to see if I see a name, a shiny thing that I like. And if I don't, then I'm like, listen, yeah, I see you did something in 2017, but I don't know, was that an internship? Blah, blah, blah. I have to look at 1,000 resumes. So I'm not going to spend that much time. So give an overview and talk about the overarching things, okay? Remember, people like shiny things. They like a big number here. Big number. And listen, if you don't have a big number, that's fine. You can say 2 years. Listen, 2 years at this point with the amount of people that flooded in the past 2 years is great. But say the number. Be very clear. Okay, so right. Projects. Couple things about, because this is where most people get projects wrong. So, by the way, ask questions. I'm going to get, after I talk through this section, I'm going to get into hang out in the chat. Listen, this is a conversation. I'm going to get into questions about things after I go through these points. So the projects. Now, most people just throw a ton of experience without any effort. You spend all this time building the project, and you're just gonna like package it poorly. Okay, like I need to so make sure when someone looks at your resume, they can see the project overview, the timeline of when you built it, and then actually the most it's getting small. The most important thing that I think is underlooked a little bit is for projects, show how long it took to make or how long you worked on it. Okay? Show how long you worked on it. Curses like, okay, show how long you worked on it. Now, if I look at a resume and I see that this guy has a ton of projects, okay, what if they're all hackathon projects? That it's like, yeah, hackathon project will look good if it has a award next to it, but it won't look good if it's just a bunch of hackathon projects. I promise you, because it's just like a day and it didn't show any follow through. If you say I worked on this thing for 6 months, I pushed it out on GitHub, I had some people use it, I had some GitHub issues that I addressed, blah, blah, blah. Like you played the game, you followed through on the project. That's what people care about. You know, it's like, oh, I built this and then it got, you know, like it got reviewed by this magazine or whatever. Like talk about it. Remember, people like shiny things. If they see a guy worked on something for more than 6 months, that's a shiny thing. Because a lot of people just don't do that, especially when they're young. So talk about, I'm surprised a lot of people don't do that. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? All right. Now, I have a list, by the way. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah. So, personalize that shit. Personalize it. So, okay, right now, let's say there's 100 companies, 100 applications you have to send. If you send the same resume, you're at a disadvantage every time. So, because every company has a different tech stack, they have different priorities, and they're going to have different shiny objects. So you can spend a little more time having different copies of the resume. Now, people may be like, oh, that's like going to take too much time. Okay, don't get a job. It's like, just spend a little more time. I remember I would send these, like, I'd craft the cover letter. I don't even know if people still do that, but I would email the companies and I'd craft the cover letter, and it would be like a catered 3-paragraph almost essay for each and I'd do these, like, I'd spend all day doing them. I mean, I was like, I had time, you know, it would be like after school or something, but I'd spend a lot of time doing that. After a while, once I was like not at past the intern phase, actually I already had been referred to some full-time stuff. So, but once I got back into it, I was able to do that through Wellfound, which is awesome service. It was AngelList back then. So I would like do a little cover letter when I message these people. But yeah, personalize it. Like talk about the business. Okay, you want to know what to do? Talk about the business and what you can provide. Think about what you can actually do. Don't just think about what they can do for you. That's assumed. They posted blah blah blah. You're gonna get paid, 100K a year or whatever. I don't even know, like whatever stage of you're at. It might be 200. It might be 50. I don't know, but 50 is too low, obviously. But it's like they already said that they're gonna provide you value. They're gonna house you, dude. They're gonna give you enough money so you can get a house. Well, you know how it is. It's not. That may take some time, but you get it. You need to provide your value. It's an exchange, right? So talk about some problems that they may have. And if you don't know problems they have and you don't know the technologies they're working on, then be like, I want to talk to you guys about it. That's one thing I always do. And I do this with my software development business, is that I'm like, I want to talk about the problems you guys are solving because I don't know yet. But if you do, and you can if you can see that they posted like, we need a Django dev, blah, 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 you can talk about some things you can do along in terms of systems, in terms of scale, in terms of performance. Talk about like how you can provide that. I went through the ringer when it comes to performance, when it comes to profiling apps. Like I went through the ringer my last internship, you know. And then you can once you have experience, you can talk about internships and things like that. But personalize it. Okay, does that make sense? You guys get it? Just ChatGPT the cover letter, dude. Don't ChatGPT anything. What are some good projects for resume? Let me talk about that in a sec. Um, there's one more point I want to talk about here. Yeah, actually, yeah. There's two. Don't be vague. Don't use terms like a lot and um, extensive and many. Listen, maybe I use many somewhere on my resumes, and maybe I'm a hypocrite on that, but a lot of times you can afford to use words like this if other things work. But if your resume doesn't work and it's not attractive, then you're gonna want to really avoid being like, I have extensive experience at this. It's like they could see through that. Okay, just say, hey, I've done this thing for 2 years. One thing I like to do is like per language, I like to say, Python 2 years, blah blah blah, like whatever. Obviously, dude, Python's like 10 years for me, fucking 10x, dude. No, but but you just put the amount of years that you do per language, okay? Oh, the 10x thing is a joke. Just want to be clear. I feel like some people are getting loosey goosey with the 10x. It's not real. Okay, talk about what you did with the action. Oh yeah, talk about use action words. I know this sounds like it's not real. It's real, and I can tell when I'm reading stuff. I'm like, dude, this guy sucks. Because use action words. What did you actually do? Okay, like don't be like I was a member. Bad. I gotta like keep the cursors off. Okay, bad. I was a member of the front end team. You know, I I I learned SQL. You know what I mean? It's like don't do that. Okay. You know what's good? Be like, I built this thing for this business. Okay. I managed the load balancer service. Well, you get what I'm saying? Like, I did this thing. This is what I did. Like, blah, blah, like, I did this. You understand? Like, this is what I did at the company. Okay. Like, talk about what you did. That's what matters. Like, be like use those action words, because when I'm reading stuff and like, uh, I'm like, what does this guy actually do? Um, yeah, nice, cool. Thanks for the tough love. Oh yeah, project ideas. Okay, cool. Let's talk about project. I'm gonna talk. Grab some popcorn and soak in butter. All right, I'm gonna talk about project ideas for a second, because this is everyone. Dude, I have like a little mentor thing where I mentor people. If you guys want to get mentored, hit me up. I mean, it costs money. I just want to be clear. It's not like free. Like it's like a thing I do personally as a business, but I'll like help people with interviews and stuff. I guess I didn't realize I don't want to do an ad. Sorry, because I realized it's gonna be a video. You don't have to do that. Just watch the video. If you're interested, fine. But here's the thing. Okay, everyone tells me. No, I'm gonna make fun of you for a little bit for asking it. But what projects do I do? Okay, here's the thing. It doesn't really matter, okay? Probably can get hate for that, I don't care. But, it doesn't really matter, dude. Like, it's not gonna be the people with the best resumes and the best projects, they're not, like, Google searching what project to make my resume shine, okay? The project that I will say, the project what does matter, what actually does matter is did you package it? And this is like readmes, explanations, um, API docs, a landing page, whatever the product is, or whatever the thing you're is making. Did you package it? Like, will I know what it is if I look at it? Okay. Is it relevant? And here's the thing: people be like, "Oh, but I need to get a relevant project." I can't. The so like the best way for you to actually the best way for you to you guys need to understand. There's thousands of businesses. Okay, you're not going to make some project that is relevant to every business. What you can do for relevancy for the project is build full stack. I said build full stack stuff. Okay. So like, and I don't just mean on the web. Like you can be mobile app dev, you can be whatever environment you're in. Try to do the whole thing. Okay. Make your own make files. But like, not that, that's not really, you should be doing that anyway. But it's like set up the Docker instance, do everything, do like deploy it to AWS, do everything. Okay. That's how you make it so you have projects that are just packageable, really easy, that can work for a lot of different resumes. The specifics of that doesn't matter. Like the specifics of like what it is does not matter, dude. Like I don't care if it's a calendar app. I mean, like if anything, people thought that mattered so much that now I can't even give, because I used to give people advice being like, oh yeah, make a calendar app. The boot camps, I'm like blaming the boot camps. I'm a boomer, dude. I'm a boot camp complainer. I'm a boot camp gamma. So the boot camps though, they would just make all these they tell everyone to make the same projects and post it on GitHub as if like companies aren't gonna in like 2 quarters realize that all these bootcamp after oh wait these like I'll look at a GitHub and be like all these projects are bootcamp projects. I can see it. Okay, so another thing on what just to address that, another thing on what does matter is you actually wanted to build it. Passion projects crush on resumes. It's like if you worked on something for by the way, is this getting cut off, you guys? Because I know my thing's in the bottom right. But what actually passion projects on resumes crush. And it's so funny because Maliki in the chat said something so relevant here. Because he's like, one of the 3 rules is work hard. It's so true. Because people I feel like some people won't know that. They'll think grinding's the same as just like working hard. If you have a passion project and you can say, hey, I worked on this thing for a year or 6 months or whatever, and you can show, and that's like in it, like you've deployed it like works well, it's like well maintained, especially if it has some GitHub usage and people clone it and stuff. There's some element of like you've actually validated it. That works way more. Having one of those works way more than having like 10 bootcamp like copycat projects. So what projects do I do? That's it, dude. That's it. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I got more stuff to talk about. A little bit more. Oh yeah. One thing. Here's a little I think that might be everything for the resume. Let me just here's a little bit of advice that you really should do. Go on Well Found or LinkedIn and do well on the assessments. So if you get to be like, this isn't really a resume thing, but if you get to be like top 10% on these assessments, wait, dude, never mind. But yeah. Well Found has them, right? But yeah, so go on Well Found, do get, because a lot of recruiters, you'll like never get any attention on some of these platforms because a lot of these recruiters are like, the first thing they do is just filter the top 10% if they took it. So they're like, we just only want to get people that took the JavaScript test and got in the top 10%. That's it. So do like, you should probably do that. I think a lot of people don't like know that that's a thing. Anyway, all right, let's roast some resumes. Any other questions you guys have? Oh, LinkedIn doesn't have them anymore? Okay, well, just Well Found. Just Well Found. On sites that have tests. Sites, I know it was a thing on ignore the LinkedIn part. Yeah, exactly. It's like Juan's like, I didn't even know that was a thing in the chat. Exactly. Dude, I've gotten jobs where they're like, yeah, we just filtered your thing. And that's what happened. All right, so I'm gonna 1 second. I'm going to 1 second. I'm gonna go get some resumes. Although the resumes I got were like good. So like this isn't really gonna be a roasting. Maybe I shouldn't also some of these guys have really good experience and already have jobs. So like but if you are a junior and want to get your resume. By the way, when I say roast, I'm not gonna be mean. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest and try to give you some advice. Let's see. Let's get this one. I gotta download it. Okay. Resume roasting. Let's see. You guys, did that even show up? All right, 1 second. You guys see this? We got ramen. You guys see this? Ramen, I don't know if you're watching, buddy. All right, okay, let's look at this. Okay, first things first. I see that he's in college, so he's still in education. See that he's a full stack developer somewhere. I don't see shiny things. I'm just kidding. By the way, so far I actually do like how you laid this out. So one thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go to like I'm just by the way, I'm just reacting the way I'd say not a recruiter, but a software engineer who's gonna because some of the engineers are gonna look at the resume. So I'm gonna look at your GitHub. I like how you have your current streak 0. Dude, just take it off. Hey man, if your current streak is 0, just take it off. I don't think anyone's gonna judge you for that. You're looking for research positions. Here's another thing. I used to do this. I try not to do this anymore. Is just list out a ton of things. Before you do this, Ramen, Before you just list out a ton of stuff, because like there's no relevance to this. Like I see Java, I'm like, do you know Java? Like how much do you know Java? I know it says that you worked with them, but like be real with me. Have you worked with C sharp more than like just as much as React here, or is this like you did like a ton of React and then you did C sharp for like a day? You know, I see that like it says most used languages here, and I don't even see C sharp. In fact, I do see Java here, which is cool, but I don't see any Python, and that's fine. But I'm mostly saying this because one thing I started doing, which helped my resume a lot, is I started to put the amount of years I did things next to the thing. So I'd be like, and I'd rank them by what I was most advanced at and what I was least advanced at. Okay, so that's one thing. By the way, notice how I'm not even. Oh yeah, you can do that. I see same things here. You can do that here. Um, okay, frameworks and libraries, because people might throw a C sharp question at you. I'm not saying you don't know C sharp, but I'm just saying it's like I'm seeing a guy who knows all this stuff, right? And like just equally. Um, cool. So I like the projects here. I like the projects. I like how you have a Vercel per project. Let's actually go to this. That's awesome that you have a Vercel per project. I like this. This is nice. I like that. I like the typing. I like that a lot. Okay, AI powered note taking. Well, I'm not gonna get an account here, but that looked good though. That project looked good, by the way. Oh wait, okay. One thing to note, guys, this is great. The fact that all of these are Vercel. Part of me thinks that he generate this with AI. That's one thing I'm realizing. That's gonna fuck a lot of people up in the future. Is I'm in the back of my head, I'm like, did this guy generate this project with AI? I'm sure he didn't, but ooh, I like this a lot. I like so like as an engineer looking at this. So I can look at this as a recruiter and as an engineer. As an engineer looking at this resume, I'll tell you one thing. I like this. I like that you said you optimize the back end with Firebase, which opens up a conversation because I don't know what it used to be, and that can lead to a lot of conversations that I'd want to talk to you with you about. Because I'm like, well, what else were you doing? Because Firebase is like, I don't see that as a speed improvement a lot, but hey, if you found a way to do that, that's great. Leading, and then he said it leads to 80% quicker server responses. And I'm like, that's awesome. That like you did something for a reason. You integrated serverless Postgres with Neon DB for faster data retrieval and handling with 70% reduction. So like when you do this, I like it. But remember, because you're gonna get people are gonna ask you about this a lot. I'm sure. I'm sure people are gonna. But if anyone send me DM me or on Discord or wherever your resume if you want me to roast. I think I got two more. Um, I like that. By the way, all these here's another thing, and I'm not trying to be picky here, but all these projects are in JavaScript, React. It looks like you have like mostly NoSQL here. You have a Postgres project, but it's mostly NoSQL. It's mostly mean stack stuff, which is fine. You have Tailwind, like that's all fine. Um, and I like that you have the links to everything. That's great. But notice that in your languages you have Java first, and then you have JavaScript, and then you have C sharp. So I don't see any Java here in terms of your projects, which is fine, but I would suggest maybe not putting Java first here and putting like not maybe that's nitpicky, but I really think people should be a little clearer about their experience with the languages they say they use. Um, that's but yeah, dude, I really like the fact that you say that you how efficient you made things, but no, you're gonna have to back up how you actually did that. It's good that you actually don't say how because people are gonna want to talk to you about it. So it's a little bit of like, what is that, bearing the lead? Okay, so nice. I think someone sent me something. Yeah, guys, DM me go on the Discord, DM me the because I think people are sending resumes. I'm gonna go through the first one who sends it. Go on the Discord to send it. Oh, Habib, you're right here. Hey, what's up, man? LOL, it's one day off. I know all of Java. I don't know much of C sharp. I haven't even done a year, though. If you know all of Java, you should make a project just like those others and deploy it with like Spring or something. That'd be great. By the way, if people see these types of, I'm telling you, man, this is like a little thing that engineers right now are really looking at. And a lot of people, these projects are cool, but a lot of people are not as impressed with like a Next.js project that's a Java one. So if you have like a full stack Java project with like, you can have React front end or whatever, but like the back end's Java, dude, that's cool. Um, that's awesome. You don't have to do that, but I'm saying like if you know all of Java and you feel that confident with it, you should have that show more here. Also, those jobs are probably going to be more money than a lot of these full stack Next.js jobs, depending on where you're at. Oh, you're in Toronto. Oh, yeah, you're in a place that pays well relative to the rest of the world. So, um, I like this resume. So, like, notice how. So, there's a couple things. I'm not talking about like he doesn't have a lot of experience. That's like he started a job a month ago, which is great. But and I don't know how long you'll have that job, but let's say you're like a year down the line, you're still at this place. I know because you're still in college that this is like a part-time job and it might be kind of a junior role or internship. You should put the link of the company right here. Because right now, looking at this could easily be like some project you're making and you're just kind of BSing here. I'm not saying you're doing that, but like looking at this doesn't give me that much because you're still in college. So my thoughts are, well, he's in college, so like how much is he actually a full stack developer at this place? And that's fine, but I'm saying like tell a little bit more about what your role is here. Um, and I like how you say you collaborated with his team, but like I said before, action based, like this is good. You say you enhanced this. Get a little bit more into what you did there. Like you say you utilize this, that's vague, right? It's fine. It's cool that you say you enhance the efficiency. It's not great, but this is better. Don't lead with. It's good that you collaborated with a team of 50 developers. That's great because that gives me that's like this is a real company kind of. But one thing about this is you should be like, hey, I like did this thing, I built this thing. This is my role on the team, that type of stuff. By the way, this is good. You've put in effort into this, and it shows. But these are just some small improvements. I'm working on full stack C sharp and another one for great. Gabe, awesome. I think some people are sending me their resumes. Hold on a sec. Yep, we got two more. All right. Let me all right, so that was Ramen's resume. Let's get on it. And also correct me if I'm saying your name wrong. Let's get to another one. So let's see here. We got Juan Pablo Mesa. You've been in the chat. You hang out. I mostly just care if you hang out. All right. Let's go and look at your. By the way, okay, let's look at your resume. Let's give some advice. By the way, if anyone's watching, take some pointers here because some of these guys have good resumes. Okay. Some of these guys are good. You don't have to put your image here, Juan Pablo. Let's see. You don't have to put, and also if you do put an image here, have one where you're smiling. Have one where you're smiling. Or like, it doesn't need to be cheesy, but like, okay. So it says you're a freelance AI engineer, main AI engineer developing chatbot. You know what? I don't know what your official title is, but I wouldn't say a artificial intelligence engineer. You could just say software engineer. And you know how you say you're a software engineer in algorithms and optimization here? You could say machine learning engineer, or you can say software engineer in AI, but I think you should still say you're a software engineer here. Because if an engineer sees this, I'm telling you, man, a lot of engineers now are not super into because I see you have like an actual data science background, which is awesome. Like the fact that you have a data science background is great. And you have a PhD or you're working on your PhD, like that's awesome. And so like when I look down, I'm like, okay, this guy's legit. But I will say, just looking at this, I'd be like, is this guy actually an AI engineer? So maybe be a little, because I see that you're actually like building here, like you're building an RAG, you're doing Postgres, you're doing Fast API, you're using Pinecone and like all this stuff. So you're doing engineering. But a lot of people, some people are like, I'm telling you, Juan, there's people out here that literally don't know anything that about like data science, and they're just quote unquote AI engineers that learned stuff this year. And you might be mixing yourself with these people by just saying artificial intelligence engineer. Because your resume is very cool. Like you have a great track record. The fact that you're working on a PhD, people are gonna love that, dude. Shiny objects, right? Um, let's see. Oh, this is great. This is great. Vehicle routing competition. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah, like, your experience is awesome when I see this. Yeah, and you have the same. Oh no, yep, you do it. You do it. So Juan Pablo does the thing that I said right here, where he actually says he's experienced in Python. He doesn't just list out Python. He says it's only those. Maybe have something where you're like not just experienced in this one, you're like a little more experienced or whatever. But that's awesome, dude. Um, that's great. And so let's see, you're in Colombia, so I know it's probably hard. I don't know if you're still there, but it's probably hard to get a visa and everything. Let's see. Yeah, dude, this is good. The fact that you have data scientist experience is right now, and you have like software engineering experience, which is this past 2 years. That's great. 4 years data scientist, 2 years software engineer. You're in a great position right now. I would just say like lean into like literally just say like machine learning engineer or whatever. Because that's an actual like role. You can do whatever you want, but that's my suggestion for that, just because some people don't like that terminology right now. That's pretty cool. Yeah, 2 pages is fine, dude. You guys, yeah. Habib, yeah, is right. Put your PhD I should know you're in a PhD program up here. Remember, shiny objects, shiny objects. Also, you don't need your image here. You don't need your image. People are probably going to look at your GitHub. Your experience is good enough that I don't really need to. But let's see your GitHub. Oh, so yeah, I don't. It's all in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. but I see. Let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, so you actually have codes for some white papers. You have. That's great. I would say be a little clearer. You have code for paper here, but you could put in the repository name. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. This is good. By the way, so remember, people do like shiny objects. So you probably want to you have great education. So you probably want to put that up. Um, your awards and scholarships are great too. I would say like if you can do like a little brief summary up here, that'd be great. It's funny, I'm not like roasting anything. That's fine. This is better for me to just uh give advice. But yeah, I'd probably just have like a quick overview right here that's just like um about your degree. Like do the overview. You know what would make this so good is do like an overview right here. Oh yeah, and by the way, when I said change this to software engineer, still include that you're doing AI. You could just say, software engineer, parentheses, AI engineer, you could do that. But keep the fact that you're consistently been a software engineer since 2022. That means something. Like I can discern that but some people, they're not going to have time to look at it. So they may not really know, like, I see that like you're doing different types of technology here, but there's a through line here in that you're a software engineer, right? Um, okay, cool. So this is a good one. This is a good one. All right. Maybe instead of date of birth and that stuff, short summary at the top. Yeah, you don't have to put your date of birth, by the way, in your place of birth. You don't have to do that. You really don't. And in fact, I would say if you're trying to get a U.S. company, maybe don't put place of birth. Have them figure that out when they talk to you. Um, not to not to like play the game too much or like it's not really lying. It's more just like first thing I saw was that I can't hire you. Not that like people can't move, but a lot of people just can't. But the thing is some people will like see, oh, this guy's got great experience, and they're like, oh, they'll see that after, oh, he's not like, I don't know if you're a citizen or not, by the way, but if you aren't, then you probably want to show your value first, you know. Yeah, you should probably replace these two with just that overview and be like, I'm currently in my PhD. Dude, that would make this so much better. If it right here, you're like, I'm currently in my PhD, and I've been a software engineer for the past 2 years, data scientist for I guess 6 years. Um, you know, and I guess you could say, yeah, did research. I don't know how long you did research, but say how long you did research for. Gonna save this video. Nice. All right. Oh yeah. By the way, anyone send up your resume. I'm gonna do a little. I'm not really roasting it, but hey, if it's bad, all right. By the way, if it sucks, I will roast it. By the way, but Juan Pablo's was nice. Notice that Juan Pablo's experience made up for a lot of the layout issues and things like that. Dude, I'm telling you, experiences. Oh wait, someone else sent one. My bad. Hold on. All right, we got some more. I'll do it in order. So who is this? Whose resume is this? Yeah, and by the way, you can remove your name and stuff from the resume and all that if you want. You don't have to. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If anything, it would probably help Juan Pablo because he's a good resume. All right, let's go. But yeah, if you want, you can remove your name and all that. Okay, so cool. Yeah, like do what Kevin did, where he like did this stuff. All right, so Jared, ultimate resume reviewer, uh, untalented web dev. Is this you in chat? Is this you? That face shot was beautiful. Yeah, yeah. But you can remove the face shot, Juan Pablo. The people aren't going to be judging you based on your face shot. All right, cool. Kevin Kim. Okay, let's look at this. First thing, I'm noticing. I'm like, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know. I like that you put Next.js as front end though. I personally like that. Even though it's like, full stack, but I guess no one fucking cares anymore. I guess we're just saying anything's anything, right? Okay. Now, I like that you do know the difference between front end and back end though. Cuz it's funny cuz like yeah, Next.js is a full stack thing, but it's like I would actually categorize it as front end even though I'm just playing with you a little bit. I like that you have Jest experience and you put your languages here. First thing I'm going to say, I said it before on other resumes. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what this is. Tell me the amount, like, you notice how Juan Pablo he had parentheses experience? You know what I mean? Just do that. Be like, oh, I've done Next.js for, I don't know even how long that's been around, but say I've done that 2 years or whatever. Done React 4 years. Like, you don't have to. I think that's great. I think that would like make my eyes like, woo. Oh, you're in LA. Nice. We got some LA people here. Nice. We got a feat. Nice. You won first place. See, shiny objects, featured projects. He knows what he's doing. Uh-oh. I see why you put this at the bottom. Your work experience. You don't have any work experience, which is fine. That's completely fine. But the fact you put it at the bottom does kind of show that you're a little like iffy about it, which is fine. You could probably I'm one of these people that debates whether you should actually put the work experience here. You don't need to put it at the bottom, but you also don't really need to put it here at all if it's not relevant. But that's up to you. I actually don't have a specific, like if I looked at this without the work experience there, I'd be like, oh, he's like trying to get a job and he's trying to get an internship and he doesn't have any experience, and that's fine. Some people may be like, I need to know if you've ever worked anywhere. I'm not that type of person, but some people might. So I'm not the best to judge the fact you included non-relevant work experience. Personally, I don't care. Okay, so, but the featured projects, I like that you won a hackathon. I think that's dope. But that's just because I'm a hackathon guy. I like that you have so your projects are actually awesome, by the way. I like the fact that you have the project listed here. Like I can check it out. Let me see if it looks good. Looks cool. Looks fine. Nice. I like that. Practice conversational skills. Let's see what the sign me up does. Nice. It's a totally fine OAuth screen. Nice. That's good. I like that. I like that you have. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. This name pisses me off. I don't know why you named this, dude. This name pisses me off. What is Danish metrics? I hate that so much. I hate it. Dude, I don't know if you can name this something else. It's cool that it's on here. I hate the name though. I see you have your own style, which is interesting. Dude, I hate Danish metrics. Dude, I'm throwing the resume out, dude. I hate the name of the project. I'm just playing with you. It's just like I saw it and I was like, what, how do I say that? But like, don't take that seriously. That's not anything to take seriously. Cool. I like, okay. Dude, what are you doing, Kevin? You're a freelancer. Kevin, did you get paid for this company? Kevin, what is You need to put in your work experience that you're a freelancer, and then put that up at the top. All right, I gotta go back to chat for a second. Kevin, did you get paid to build that website? You got $100. Put that in. You're a freelance software developer. You built a website for people and got paid. It was $100. I don't know how you only got paid $100. Um, dude, are people billing? We gotta. Did you guys gotta watch my video like on Wednesday? Okay, if you're building someone a website, don't build them only $100. That's not. Um. Anyway, you're in California, dude. You're not in India, right? How are you? Are you able to live over there? California is expensive, dude. Kevin, put your freelancer in the work experience. It's just fine. Fine. You say you're there from Jan 2024, or from sometimes till now. That's fine, but that's how you get paid doing that. Technically, you don't get paid a lot. Um, but my Wi-Fi is fucked. Are you fucking kidding me? Let's see. How's my Wi-Fi? Is it good? Fuck though. There's lag. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna fix the lag. I'm gonna fix the lag. All right, guys. Okay. Tell me right now if there's lag. If I'm gonna, is there is am I up? It's lagging. Okay. I'm gonna. All right. One robot. Am I back? Good. Hyperpop. What the fuck is hyperpop? All right, we got to get back to the resume. I got like a ton of resumes to go through now. It's fucking bullshit. Oh man, am I back? Where we at? Let's see. I'm good now. I see a good from Habib. I'm just gonna go. If Habib's good, everyone's good, right? Listen, Habib speaks for the chat. We're back. Okay, it's only Habib saying something because no one gives a fuck. I guess no one gives a fuck about me. Dude, imagine if I was if every stream I was like, I guess no one gives a fuck. All right, you guys get what I was saying about like Javhu? Did you hear? I mean, not Javhu. Javhu, is Javhu still here? I mixed you up with Kevin. Okay, untalented web dev. Here's the thing. Please put that you have work experience as a freelance developer here. Right now, it looks like you have never done that. You have. So please do that. Tell your family member to give you more than $100 to work on stuff. Javhu's in the chat. No, I called Kevin Javhu by accident. That's my bad. But like, okay, here's a little thing. If it matters, people think it doesn't matter. If you got paid to code to build someone's website, say you're a freelance web developer. You are. Some people are gonna. You'd be like, oh, people are gonna just think everyone does that. A lot of people don't. Kevin doesn't. Okay, like Kevin, main things. Add your experience to your skills. Put that you've done. You can even get rid of this. You can keep this stuff. You can keep this. It's fine. But above your fulfillment specialist, put that you're a freelance software developer or web developer. Just do it. Okay, cool. All right, we got more. We got more resumes to go through. Send your resumes. We got more. I let's see. Nice. Let's see. I gotta read what you said. I gotta make sure you didn't tell me to not show it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Try to get. Okay, so we got someone who's trying to get. Hold on. Let me bring up the resume. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So yeah, of course. Okay, we got Sammy in the house. We got Sammy. Okay, what Sammy? What are you trying to do? Sammy sent me a message on what he wants. Okay, he wants me to. Okay, so you're trying to get in the big tech mid level. Okay, it's some big. So you're trying to get in the big tech mid level, Dune Worm. Okay, cool. Sorry, did I just dox you, Dune Worm? Oh, Raleigh. I lived there for a week. That's a long story. Um, I was in the Raleigh Fire Academy once for like a week. It's a long, long story. Cool. Nice. You went to NCSU. Okay. CS, Business Administration. Cool. That was pretty, that was like 4 years ago. Nice. 3 years ago. Nice. You were an intern at LexisNexis. Nice. Forgot what that. Okay. I like how you say what you did. That's cool. It's great that you said what you did. Also, so you actually do what most people don't do, but you don't do what most people do, which you should do. You know what I'm saying? So here's what you don't do, Sammy. You don't say, everyone just lists, oh, I did JavaScript here, but they don't say what they did. You say what you did, but you don't, like you say you did a HTML parsing tool and beautiful soup. Listen, I'm a software engineer. I know that you did Python because beautiful soup's Python. If a recruiter's looking at this, they're like, I don't know what he did at LexisNexis. I don't know if he did Python or Java. You understand? So, all right. So you got hired there, which is awesome. That looks great. The fact you got hired here after your internship is great. You worked there for 3 years, which is awesome. Let's see. I still you have these languages, which is fine. You should mention that you did more Python here. Let me get that right. Was this a Python job, Sammy? Yeah, Roz, send your resume. Get your resume roasted. Dude, recruiters, there's some like people with businesses here that watch this. They may that's how I get clients now. People just watch my YouTube. So like they may like your resume, dude. Um or I'll just roast me. Like, this guy sucks. Just kidding. I'm not, but have I actually said anyone sucks so far? Okay. You know what's funny, Sammy? A lot of these people like will post all this stuff they do. You could get a little more in depth in your technical skills. I'm being real, and you should probably put your education up a little bit. Like it's super quick, and it's like I gotta like go down to see. Like you have a CS degree. Be proud of it. Okay, you should probably put that up. Um, you just say DSA right here. Maybe say that you did well in a DSA course or something. Like it's assumed that you know data structures and algorithms because you're applying for a software engineering role, and it's kind of assumed that you do object oriented programming. And you like unit testing. Listen, you're trying to get mid level now, so you should. It's assumed that you also know that as well. Um, let's see, website entity data extraction system developed end to end. Nice, nice. So that's what I'm saying though. If you just put the technologies first before all this, that'd be great. I know like you say that you used a lot of AWS stuff here, but just say like Python, say some frameworks you used. Um, see, mostly Python. Yeah, put Python in there. Damn, Habib hired. I post leak code solutions. Do I put it on my resume? No, don't put leak code solution on your resume. That's just signaling to everyone that you have a low IQ. You can just copy and paste the leak. You can find a solution. Okay, if any of you guys actually post code on your resume, you're out. You're out, dude. You're banned. You're actually banned from the Discord. If I open any of these, if I open any of these fucking resumes and I see code, you're out. You're banned. I know you're just flying around. Also, you DM me. You should highlight. Yeah. Sammy, highlight the languages. By the way, Sammy, this is good for engineers. You need to jazz it up a little bit for the recruiters. Right here, I know you say Python here, but you also say Java and C++. I don't know if this job you had as a recruiter was Java, Python, C++. The recruiter is told by the business, we need to fill a Python Java job. They're not told we need to get a software engineer. No, they're told we need to get a Python, we need AWS, we need Docker, blah, blah, blah. So that's the recruiter is also told we need someone with 5 years of Python, 2 years of Python, 2 years of Java. You're right now, you have, almost 4 years of, or like 3.5 years of Python professional experience. Dude, if you just put right here, Python 3 years, and you put that this job was mostly Python here, a recruiter's gonna be like, oh, okay, cool. This guy's 3 years Python, blah, blah, blah. I could just help him out. If you put like 2 years Java here, 1 C++, whatever, you're gonna automatically be more noticed. You have all this experience, which is great. If you want to get a big tech job, you're gonna have to. You could. It would be hard for you to get a big tech job because you don't have a lot of. I'm just being real. You don't have a lot else other than, and you did everything fine, but a lot of people will be like, I was the captain of blah blah blah. Like there'll be more shiny objects. They'll have more shiny objects in the resume. I won this award. I did this. I'm not saying that like you need that in your life, but if you do want to get a big tech job, then you're gonna have to compete with big tech, like those Stanford types, those people that have like crazy GitHubs and have like they went to a big school and all that. Like, or not a big, but like they went to like, because the school you went to is cool, but they went to like a Stanford or whatever. So like you gotta understand your resume is good and you might get interviews. I'm not saying you won't get interviews, but like to raise your chances, you should add some more information about your life. Like I know you were probably involved in some stuff in college or stuff like that. I just got a notification that I pay for GeoGuessr. Okay, didn't know that. Gotta start lying and say I got a PhD. No. Does anyone actually do that? Do what? Dude, I said like a ton of stuff. Yeah, by the way, you don't have to work on personal projects. You should. I think you should have at least a couple projects here. That would make your resume a lot better. You know what's funny, Sammy? You did all this stuff. Like you have a job consistently for almost 4 years. You beat out so much of the competition. And you're still young, like you're just out of college. You got to get a little more punchier, like and shinier. Because other people are shiny with like nothing. So like if you just get both, you'll be able to get because big tech is a little different than bro, I was a gooner in college. I was the captain of nothing, bro. You could put captain of nothing. That'd be funny. Don't do that. Some people, I would like that. Some people wouldn't like that. I think someone just sent me another one. By the way, let me see. Let's say overall, Sammy good. Overall, it's good. I like how much you get in depth about your job. I like this a lot. I like that you said, like the other guy, I like that you said, 30% increase in data accuracy for key data points. I like that a lot. Data quality is real. And it's something that an engineer is going to look at and they're going to like. This is a great resume for an engineer. It has real things. And then I like how you say saves 2.5 million in cost avoidance. Like you actually care about the business you work at, and you actually have points about the actual business, which I like. I don't know if you actually care. I'm just saying, like, you say stuff that shows that. Like, I like that you don't just list things. Like, that's good, but I'm just saying, like, just list some stuff right here. Like, just say that this is Python right here. That's it. And then maybe have some projects or some other stuff you did. Cool. So, is it too wordy or dense with text? I mean, you only have had one job, so it's fine. I personally think it's fine. You can maybe make it half as long. Um, but you did this for 3 years and it's your only job, so you're making the most out of it. I have no problem with how long. I like how long this is. You could get, if you cut this in half and then had projects here, uh, that would probably look better. But if an engineer is looking at this, they're gonna be like, "Great, they're gonna read this straight up. They're gonna read it. If you're gonna join their team, they're reading this. If they care, if it's a good company, does that make sense? Uh, cool. So, engineer, yeah, intern. I like that, and also the fact that you were hired after an internship is very good. That looks good. Okay, cool. The things to improve are this part here needs to break down give some more context a little bit. And you gotta say that, like, what technologies you did at the job and highlight it, because people aren't going to go and read all this. An engineer is, but not a recruiter. Recruiters are not going to read any of this at all. I promise you. I promise you a recruiter isn't going to read any of this. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right, guys. I got a couple more. Looks like people are sending them. Let's see, Roz. Let's see, you have a main. Okay, you have 2 resumes and one with the project swapped out. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay, 2 resumes, one with the jobs. I don't even understand. Why would you not have your projects on one of them? Which one, Roz? Which one doesn't have the projects, or which one does? Because I'm just gonna do the one that has the projects. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, this one has the projects. Cool. Why would you take the projects out? I don't understand. Okay, cool. We're doing Roz's now. All right. First things first. Let's look at this. Full stack engineer, adept with modern technologies. With this isn't a real sentence, really, but it's okay. That's just me. With a track record in architecting and scaling production web applications. I like that. I like this. I like this. I like your overview. Modern's weird. I don't know what modern technologies is, but you don't really need that. But that's fine. We could just say things. We could just do that. You're like adept with modern tech. Like, what do you mean? Like, how modern? Like postmodern era? Are we talking like 70s? Like how modern? Like what? How modern are we? Are we talking modernity? Um, you talking like yesterday? Like what's this time? Anyway, I'm being nitpicky. Okay, skills. once again, I've said this 1,000 times, but just say, give me some context. How long did you do CSS versus TypeScript versus JavaScript versus Python? Looks like you're a front end. So, oh no, you use Node. And then the tool, you just list a ton of tools, man. This isn't doing it for me. You just list a ton of tools. I don't like that. You can improve this, man. I can tell based on your projects and your work experience that you have more to say here. But here, I don't get a lot right here. You know what's funny though? I think you list out things. No. You know what's funny? You have this project site. This looks like you did as much as Sammy, but like Sammy has way more experience than you. Sammy, you gotta flash it up a little bit. You have the least flashy one, but you have like a good amount. You have like high quality experience. All right, let's see. Season freelance, track record, and full stack. Nice. So you see how Raz, he said like he's doing freelance software engineering in his work experience. Yeah, it's only a year. You know, I don't know which like I don't like. I suggest you name some places you built things for and you link them here. That's what I used to do. Like name the places and link them in the work experience. I suggest you do that. You don't have to though. But that would give this a little more context. But I like that you did this because it shows that you know the game. That's good. Oh, you have a diploma from Brain Station. I don't know what that is. Is this a boot camp? You should probably just say boot camp, honestly. Because I don't know, like, because I read this and I'm like, Brain Station isn't a college, so like I don't know what this is. You should just be straight up that you went to a boot camp. I think on people's resumes, just say boot camp because if you try to hide it, it'll look worse. I don't know what that is though. But yeah, to improve your work experience, I highly suggest. And you also do the thing where you put it below your projects because you want people to read the projects first. I don't know if that actually works for anyone. I think you just be proud of it. You should say some places you helped out. Let's see. I paid a career lady and she told me to do that. The tools area. The career lady's wrong. I've been thinking about that because one of them was a big company. Oh, dude. Shiny objects, Roz. Shiny Raj. Oh, you went to college and no, if you went to college, don't put the boot camp. Unless like the boot camp's more okay. If the boot camp's more relevant than your degree, but if you have a CS degree and went to a boot camp, just put the CS degree. If anything, if I see a guy went to a boot camp after a CS degree, I'm like, did that guy not pay attention in the CS degree? But if you have a non-relevant college degree and a what's it called, a boot camp that's relevant, put the boot camp. Yeah, definitely. By beta database providers. Oh yeah, Roz, put the big company you worked at in your resume that you helped out, please. Okay, right here. I want to see. You can put this up now. I want to see. I built this for this big company in your work experience, and put it up. And the fact you're a product manager is awesome. It's awesome. Dude, talk more about your product and managing. Talk about like the products you guys made. You did that for 3 years. Dude, you should put your work experience above your projects. And you should say that what you did for the big company. People like shiny objects. By the way, the skills section is good that you have it above everything. What I'm saying is for each project, it's fine you have all these projects here, or the languages, sorry, and libraries and frameworks, but for each language, just like say, or maybe for the top 2 of each of these, say what's the like rank them by most experience to least experience, and like say generally what it is. I look at this and I'm like, dude, based on the fact that you've been just a freelance for a year, I promise you don't have a lot of experience in all this stuff. It's a lot of things. You have Supabase, like you say you have Supabase experience, but you don't say Postgres, which as a developer, that's concerning. You know what I mean? Or as an engineer reading this, that would be concerning, right? Like you have Redis experience for tools, that's fine. But like Redis is before, like SQL is big. It's a whole thing. So, out of all the stuff here, SQL is a whole thing. You should put that in your languages. Honestly, you should. SQL is big. People will just hire someone who's good at SQL. Does that make sense? All right, cool. So, Patreon style app for WAP. That sounds gay. All right, so a digital launch pad. I'm just messing with it. It's just WAP.com. That sounds super suspect. I'm not even gonna go there on the stream. I don't want to know what that's about. But it's cool that you built that. Oh, you built a Patreon style app for dude. That's great. That's awesome that you did that. Man, you gotta highlight stuff more on this, Roz. Yeah, I think you're building cool stuff, and I see that it's here, but like, is there a way for you to link it here? Can you say that like I don't know which one of these you got paid for, but I gotta know which one of this was work and not. Oh, one thing you do here. This is awesome. This is awesome. I like this. You did what so many people didn't do on their resumes. Good job. Good job. You actually have a timeline for your project. Dude, timelines for projects is where it's at. It's like so many people don't do it. I see that you've been working on this, maintaining it for a year. You have a live demo. It would be cool if you had a GitHub for this, but that's fine. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what WAP is. I don't know what WAP's about. Ugh. Makes me feel weird just thinking about it. All right. I think some more people sent some, so let me. That was, by the way, Roz, everything's good, except you really got to highlight what you did more here. And I think you should show that you've been a freelance engineer and like, and break down your experience here. Like how, like which one of these is you actually know more than the others and for how long. Cool. So what else we got? What else we got? So we have the rest of the resumes are actually hold on a second. And by the way, if anyone else wants me to review the resumes, let me know. Let's see. We got okay, Javhu, I might not do yours because it's out of date. Let's see. Ooh, actually, no, let's do Javhu's. I like Javhu's. I like Javhu's resume. Hold on. All right, we're gonna do Javhu's now. I like this one. You know what I like? I like it's a website. I'm simple. I'm a simple person. And you know what else I like? Senior. I like shiny objects. I'm a stupid recruiter. I see that this guy has a ton of experience. And I'm just going to tell people, oh, I have a senior. I have a senior on my desk. That's how these recruiters are. They're like, oh, we have a senior that we can give you guys. Because now, this is what the seniors, if you have more than 5 years experience, you have so much leverage. Because you get to because people will be like, oh, like I can use this and leverage this. I like that you mentor. That's great, dude. That's great. Let's see, C sharp, Node. This is fine actually because you list so few things here, and you say you're a senior engineer that I'm pretty sure you know a lot about this stuff. This is actually fine that you don't say how many years breakdown because you only list you're skilled in 5 things. You have 5+ years of experience and you're already a senior engineer somewhere. So I'm going to assume that you're experienced in all these things. But beware because people will vet you on it. All right, so Flutter and Unity, nice. Oh, that's cool. Permanent data solutions, you're full stack here. You're a lead developer here. I like that it every year places at least 2 years. You know, you'll probably bounce after 2 years if I ever hired you, obviously. I guess no one cares anymore, right? Everyone's just bouncing after. Okay, no, I'm kidding. That's good that you're here at these places at least 2 years. Develop from scratch. Nice. I like this. I like this a lot. I like that this has 100,000 downloads. I like big shiny numbers. And then you break down your skills and just list a ton of things. You get senior privilege doing that, but just know that this does nothing, almost nothing for your resume. No, it doesn't do nothing. Like I can look at this. This is good. It's good that you list everything here. It's good because I can be like, oh, if I'm looking at this, I'm like, I don't know if you did any express or node, and I can go down here and see that you did. It does very little though, just being honest. Because if anything in your well, you have node up here, but if you have anything down here that isn't in these first 5, I don't think that's giving you much of an edge. If you like, if you're trying to get a mobile job that's an Android or that's in Shvetl or something, I don't think that's gonna help you if you're trying to do that. You went all in on Flutter, and that's fine. But if you're gonna have it down here on this big list, I don't think it's gonna help. That's my only thing. You get senior privilege, but so it's not really gonna hurt it because you have a good amount of experience. But let's see. By the way, yeah, you have a CS degree. So I was gonna say a BS degree. A BS, no, you have a BE in CS, not a BS in CS. So that's good. So that means your head's been in code for about a decade, which is great. Let's see. I do Rust now though. Probably gonna focus on that. If you do Rust now, you got to make a project in it, Javhu. You got to. Yeah, is everyone from Canada? Why are there so many Canadians here? Recruiters like numbers, dude. They like, oh, this guy's 5. He has 5 years. Those are for the ATS. I should probably appreciate that, bro. Wops. Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, overall job view, I like the resume. I like that it's just like on the website that's actually clean. I fucking love that. It's quick, it's great. I'm still not a fan of having no context here. Dude, I would list long lists of like literally what my experience was in each thing. Cuz I know like how to look at these things, you got to like have some context there. Dude, and mine kind of like honestly, formatting wise, it sucked. I didn't format it well. But I made it as shiny as fucking possible. As shiny as possible. All right, let's see the GitHub. GitHub matters, but not that much. For your resume, it matters if you have like a like for instance, like for this, like I'm not really gonna look at any of this. Honestly, you don't have enough here highlighted that I'm gonna really look into your GitHub, which is fine because your resume is fine. So that's no problem. All right, nice. Oh, wait. One person did. Reed, you here? We got one more. Unless anyone else has another one, we got one more. I almost forgot. All right, cool. I almost forgot. We got Reed in the house. Okay. Let's download this resume. This is going to be our last one. Yeah, Reed sent his in the Discord. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. A lot of text, but that's okay. Some French in here. Okay, I like that he has, you know what I like? I like his project section. Reed, I like your project session. I like it. You know why? Because you're about business, dude. Man, why can't more people be like this? You have like your actual experience where you talk about it a lot. Some people will have their internships, they'll talk about it for like a second, and then their projects will be like these long. I'm like, dude, projects, you should talk about your projects if you've maintained it a lot and you have a lot to say about it. And then it can shine a lot. But if you don't, don't talk be short and sweet. He just has 4 projects here. You know, he has the link to what it is. He has the GitHub. That's it. Then he has 4 internships. That's a lot of internships. Oh, interesting. You have a time here where you didn't intern for 2 years. And then there's 2 years you didn't intern. I don't understand that. But what were you doing? What were you doing from two? Yo, Reed, are you in the chat? Reed, what were you Reed, what were you doing from 2018 to 2020, and then from 2020 to 2022? Were you even coding? I'm kidding, but like people do care about that. If you have like time missing in the resume, some people will care. But by the way, Reed got a job recently, so congrats to Reed. So that doesn't, I guess it didn't matter for the people that hired him, so that's fine. But some people will care about this here. They'll be like, what were you doing? And I see you're getting your degree, which is fine. It's completely fine. This is awesome. This is great. This is probably, I'm not even kidding. This is the best experience breakdown we've had so far. You talk about it a lot. I will say you could cut this down. You could probably cut it down in half. Not like just remove things that matter, but like you could probably cut it down. It's just like relax. It's just an internship. But I like but for real though. And I forgot whose didn't have this. But notice, I think it was Sammy. I think it was, yeah. Notice how I immediately look at this. I'm like, oh, he used Spring, Python. Cool. He used OAuth. Like I can see he used Python a ton on his internship in Spring. That's awesome. And I see, and he still has but he bolded these things, and like I look at this, I'm like, da. I see that like he has Python experience here, but yeah, the thing he has the most experience in is like Python here. I see you Spring a lot, so I'm guessing Spring Boot is his main thing. Reed, I think you should, like I said, everyone else, you should rank these by experience. You should say, hey, Spring, I have the most experience in Spring. Node, second, like have a little tag that's like, I've done this for 4 years. You don't have to, but for the top 2-3 things, just say how long you did it. I think that's awesome. By the way, this resume is actually, I can see why you got a job because you're talking in depth about the things you did on your internship. And you have a degree, which is good. And your projects, notice how your projects are cool, but honestly, this probably got you the job. Honestly, this right here probably got you the job. Because I can look at this and I can just see everything you did for the past six months, I guess. And that's great. Let's see. Yeah, he's not here. Let's see. Second job was open source, all the works. Javhu, your second job was open source. Please tell me you put it on the resume. Guys, if any of you had an open source job, put it on the resume, dude. It's a job. I'm going to hackathon, and the theme is redefining cities for youth. What do I make to win? Be like an app that that's dark. I'm trying to make this light. I have a lot of jokes, but listen, this is a lighter stream. You should make an app about Tickle Me Elmo. Why it's very good for children to use. YouTube, what's up? This stream's for the kids, dude. Redefining cities for youth. What the fuck does that mean, though? Like, actually, like, I'm thinking. So you're going to a hackathon where the theme is redefining cities for youth. How are you going to do that with code? What? Okay, make open spaces where kids can actually play. Dude, the cities will like invest thousands of dollars to get people to code the stuff. Dude, just have like parks, have like places where people can actually hang out. Like improved housing. That's cool. How are you going to code that? That's like, yeah, it's like a high school prompt essay. Dude, like they need to put that money and build like what's the coolest thing that cities need? It's like a hangout spot that isn't just about booze. That's like a place where kids can hang out. That's like family friendly. That's not like filled with creeps. You got like security in there. What are you gonna code, dude? Sorry, I'm being negative. No, you know what you could do? You can make a family friendly an app where parents can network about where are danger zones for kids in the cities. That would be pretty useful. Something where it is parent driven, so it's not just a bunch of kids like posting stupid shit on there. So it's like an app where they can kind of organize and highlight like safe zones and stuff like that. And maybe kids can put it. So it's like if you find a safe zone that you've been sending your kids to, they can go there. I don't know. I'm not an expert on that, but I'm like, dude, you guys got to invest in that. You want kids to like, let's see. Housing crisis, career mapping, sustainable practices, healthy medical access, equal. You're just listing things, Habib. What does that have to do with redefining the city, though? Nothing you said really about civic planning, other than like you just listed housing crisis. Like I don't. That's the shit they say. That is the shit they say. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know, Habib. I think you got it. The fact you're like crushing in hackathons means that you'll figure something out. Dude, there's a certain type of person that can just go to a hackathon and just crush no matter the theme. I feel like you got that. So just who cares? Something that I think is usable after a day. You can use AI just so you can get some. One thing I would do at hackathons is I would look at the awards. I look at the sponsors, and then we try to make something that could use some of the sponsors' integrations. I like shit like that. And that was great. Yeah, if you want to redefine cities for youth, you got to have like young crushers and families actually staying in the city rather than moving to LA to get boofed or whatever. You got to have these people after they go to college or whatever, masters or I don't know. You have to have them stay there, raise their kids, and have some actual skin in the game. So they're like, wait, I don't know where to send my kid. We need to have like a cafe that's like kid friendly and stuff. We need to actually invest back. You need people investing in. We need that, dude. We fucking need that. It's actually it pisses me off so much. Where I'll go to cities like Philly here just lost so much community through the years. I don't live in Philly, but like outside. Because it's like, what is there to you have like rec centers, but a lot of those are either gone or it's only for higher income. Like a lot of things are not maintained because people just leave. And I get it, like some places suck. Like Philly kind of sucks. But like you want to redefine cities for kids, you got to have skin in the game. Raise your kids there and like try to, be a part of the solution, You can't like say that at that it's a hackathon, so you got to actually like build something, but it's hard to you know what? I think doing some sort of social thing for parents is the most effective thing. And look at the sponsors. Look at the sponsors. Like, what would these people care about? What would the judges care about? Game the system a little bit and make it cool. Even make it funny. I made one thing too funny though. We need to solve actual problems, man. Like what? People need to focus on what they can control. You can control how you raise your family. That's what matters. There's no let's all rise up. It's like raise your families. By the way, the resumes, you can still post your resumes. If anyone does still have a resume, I will cover it. But I did go through all the resumes. If anyone has any, I think someone might have sent another. But if anyone still has some, let me know, and I'll roast that shit. No, dude, the actual problems is how are we gonna raise the kids? That's the only thing that matters. Ubisoft Cohere AI. Oh, Ubisoft is oh, dude, nice. Ubisoft got that money. What's the prizes on this? I remember some of these hackathons had like 10K prizes. I love prizes. I'm simple. I like shiny objects like recruiters. Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, you got to get that Ubisoft money. Yeah. We got to stop the cycle of the hedonism, 100%. But it's about solutions, dude. Yeah, Ubisoft, you got to get that Ubisoft money. Habib, you got to win that hackathon. Get that Ubisoft money. Yo, dude, you gotta win that hackathon, dude. You gotta win that. Think of something cool, man. There's a 10K prize there. Habib, why are you here? When is this? When is this hackathon? You need to be planning. People think, oh, I'm just gonna, dude. I would like know. I wouldn't work on. I never would cheat and like work on anything before, but I would know what I would build before the thing, and then I'd hit it. Me and my buddies would just hit it. But like right when it starts, we just hit it. Oh, it's total 8 to 10K. Dude, get all the prizes. Fuck it. Build something awesome. Like build, you know what the things that work really well? Things that can go viral. Things that can go viral. I know it sounds obvious, but a lot of people don't maybe I should do a hackathon, how to win hackathon stream. Because I figured it out. Some of them I fucked up at, but I mostly won stuff. Hey, I gotta go now. Thanks for the time. See you in the next stream. Yeah, see you, Juan Pablo. Yeah, I'm just chilling now. We're just chilling. I kind of went through all the resumes. And actually, I probably shouldn't go through more. It's like I went through a lot of them. Let's see. I feel like the fact that people can just move out of a city if things start going downhill creates no skin in the game situation. Yeah, but dude, there's only one way to make things better. You gotta have skin in the game. And it's like, and focus on yourself, then you focus on your family, and then it bubbles up. Yeah, your team's cracked. Nice, 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 dude. You gotta, dude, win. Habib, win the hackathon. Yeah, get that, dude. Figure out something that's fun, engaging. Think about virality. Think about something sticky ideas. Something that's personal, that matters to people, that's fun, personal, like something that's like, oh, when I see that, oh, that's about my life. I got you, man. I'm gonna run our idea. Yeah, run the idea by me. Message me the idea. I'm curious. Hackathons used to be my shit, and I ran a couple of them. I ran the Drexel one for a year, and a couple others, or like, yeah, like code day. I think that was so long ago. Holy shit. Um, oh my god, is code day still a thing? I remember that was a thing. All right, guys. I only went to in-person hackathons. I don't know if people still do those. Are they all online now? Now that my hackathons is in real life. Now I just do it. I live stream my hackathons now. Now I just live stream them. The prize is you. Let's see, it's in person. Nice. Yeah, don't go to any online fucking. I mean, no. When you guys had an online hackathon that you won, and that made your resume pop. So yeah, online's cool. I like that. I don't know whose resume had that, but the fact you won an online one, I was like, nice. I've wondered since they keep bringing up Black History Month. Is it awkward when people say remember Black people in your life? Work, dude. Black History, dude. For this Black History Month, you guys got to support your streamer, your coder. You know how everyone has a doctor and a lawyer. I'm your coder. I'm kidding. I obviously don't give a fuck about Black History Month, but hey, if anyone wants to, objectify someone based on what they look, you can do that. Oh, it's about the history. The one I'm going to is a Black Run Hackathon. Is it? Why does that matter? Are they using that? Are they like saying this is a Black hackathon? Is that actually a Black hackathon that you're going to? Dude, that's crazy. Dude, you gotta give me the lowdown on that. Are there Black hackathons? What the fuck? Dude, yeah, imagine if there's a white people hackathon. Dude, people are so crazy about race. I never got it. It's like, yo, like there's a Black hackathon. Imagine if there's a white one. It's like, oh yeah, we're just a white people hackathon. Fine. It's like, are only white people allowed? It's like, no, anyone can go. We're just white. That's racist. But then it's like, that's what the Black one's doing. Maybe it's like an IQ test if people don't get that. I always see that if people can't see that that's like stupid, it's like you don't let white people do it, but you let Black people, like that's retarded. You're treating us like children. Let's see. It's because you do that to kids. You're like, oh, the kids, oh, well, they're just a kid. They can be silly. Yo, chat, I'm hosting a white-a-thon. Yeah, go to Delv's white-a-thon. Kidding. YouTube. We're kidding. YouTube. Oh, YouTube's gonna be mad. YouTube doesn't, when I get into race and stuff, they get mad. I verified. All right, so I need somewhere to meet other ambitious, chill people. Dude, hackathons are the best, man. Hackathons are the best. Dude, I used to love the environment in hackathons. It was like I spent a lot of my teen and early 20s in hackathons, and it was great, man. YouTube's like, do we cancel them? I don't know. I'm confused. You can't be canceled. Dude, I was born canceled. All right. All right, guys. Yeah, dude, please go to go to hackathons. Also, fix your fucking resumes up, people. Jesus. Nah, most of them were actually good though. By the way, remember my criticisms are honest. I'm just trying to be as real. I'm trying to get you guys jobs. Okay, like I said, hey, support your coder. Okay, and then you have your doctor, you have your lawyer, your accountant. I'm your coder. Just like fucking, like I'm your coder buddy. All right. All right. I'll see you guys.